Hello, good afternoon. And yesterday we didn't make good use of our time, and we as a team, as a unit, I think we did it very well. It's totally messed up, and our concept yesterday didn't really make sense. And after long discussions, I think we do it again this morning to develop a totally new concept. But we also learned from the experience at yesterday. So after a long discussion, we turn out to the rejection. And you see these 5 circles, they are just touching each other, but they don't pile up or they don't combine together. And how do we come to rejection? Okay, I'm going to tell you 3 stories about rejection. So this moment, I hope all of you forget about rejection. First thing is progress. Next thing, straw. And the last thing, big wooden stick using for ice cream. These 3 things. Pokers. What about pokers? Pokers, cards, well, it's friends in hotel on bus. You have a little bit of time. Get addicted to it. You gamble, play poker cards, all kind of games, all kind of ways you can play with pokers. Yeah, pokers. You get addicted to it. So now here we come back to rejection. We reject this bad habit of playing pokers, get addicted to it. Okay. Now we come to the next thing, a straw. All you know what a straw is. A straw is what you use to drink things. What about a straw? When you are a child, a teenager, these kids, they like biting and chewing their straws, like slowly chewing, chewing their straws. That's also a habit. And why do they chew the straw? I think as a way of thinking for us is the straw comes in our mouth, and we have a sense of rejection, so we chew the straw. Okay, that's also a way of rejection. And lastly, we come to the ice cream, the big wooden stick, and that's also a bit of same thing as a straw. And it's like a piece of wood comes into your mouth, and you just have it in your mouth after you finish the ice cream, take it out and throw it away. Okay, now I think I explained our 3 materials and ideas of rejection. Okay, now here we come back to the rejection. Why we choose rejections? We learned from experience that we had yesterday. We 5 people as a unit, we reject each other. But we 5 of us, we also have the same habits. The 3 habits, good and bad habits. I just mentioned, like a few minutes ago, the 3 materials we think is habits has something to do with our rejections. And how? Now I'm going to tell you about our group concept, rejection. What about rejection? What color do you think about rejection? Okay. I think now, if you are listening, you try to build an image in your brain. If you see a traffic police in the middle of the street and you are driving, you just know you can't crash into him. Why? Because on his suit, he must be wearing a uniform that's yellow, light yellow. I think all of you know what that color is. And you see, it's telling you can't crash. You just know. It's like a reaction. Okay, next. If you imagine something that's yellow shiny, I think the first thing that tells you that you really know it's yellow, it grabs your attention and you are attracted to it. And what has this color got something to do with rejection? That's funny. Okay, and that's the color I was talking about, and a bit about rejection. And through sense of sight, the color transforms into a meaning of warning. The awareness is a form of rejection. We are developing this concept as a communication between the sight and color. And my point is, we are developing this concept on the state of communication between the sight and the color. And that's about the rejection. We are attracted to this color because I think, we think, because we are aware of this color, we reject this color. We pay many attention to this color. Like if you see this color on the street, you don't question to it. That's the idea. Yeah. And it seems quite offensive and sharp. I think these two adjectives are these color give us we got an idea of developing these communications into concrete objects in order to convey the images that we see in the communication between the sight and the color. That's all about rejection. And that's poker cards. And we try to convey all of you the communication between our sight and the color by a concrete form. What about a concrete form? I think that the form is offensive and sharp and it's very, very strong. So that takes all your attention to it. It's very offensive. That's why you're aware of it. This is one of the experiments that we did that just trying to use these orders cards from activities to create something out of rejection into a communication that was talking about. And this is made of straws. And we try to cut the straws into short parts. And we try to reconstruct them together to put them into a form that's very aggressive or offensive, outstanding. But at this step, we are just experimenting, so that was very cool. Yeah, that's also what we were trying to do. It's just experiment. And these are straws too. And these are wooden popsicle sticks. Just experiment. And sorry about that, we should have put the sketches before the material, before the experiments. And these are sketches, rough sketches we have. And it's trying to capture your attention, not in the color, not in the emotion of color, but in its concrete shape and style. So we don't use the color, we try to use a concrete shape, concrete form, bring your attention. That's what we are trying to make in this communication. These are rough sketches too. And these are sharp and offensive parts of model's body. We did little experiments using pokers and you see rolling into a sharp angle shape. triangle, but we didn't manage to combine them all together into a very, very beautiful piece. But that's it. Thank you.
I'm just thinking the concept, yes, I understand what you're thinking. And also a little bit there are a few things. I want to know exactly bringing the person that you need the material individually. I want to know the exact material at this moment. I want to touch, But through your presentation, for example, the straw, and also like horns, maybe I'm just interested. So I tell you also you including your presentation, including a sketch. So I think only you have one day. So please start to make the material. Okay. Don't think also don't think about making the concept more. Okay. Please move on to make the material. This is the next stage. So and also you gave me give us the sketch. This maybe the start to the making the material maybe change. We will change for the design. So sometimes from the beginning time, this designer sometimes sketch on the paper, but sometimes this becomes the negative magnetic power. So if you start the sketch on the paper, so this is really dangerous sometimes. So please start to make the material sketch, okay? And you will find out what the beauty is. See, this is I give you
that's the situation we're right now. We're trying to develop all materials into a suitable and proper things that we can use to create.
But it seems of using like plastic materials. It is really dangerous, I think. So using the fabric, because you are a fashion department, so it is a good way to make the clothes quicker. Because they have the machine.
Hello.
See?
Hello.
The plastic is dangerous. So only one day. So take your time.
Okay, it's quite an experience to listen to the presentation from your group. Actually, you can be a very good rap singer, I guess, from my point of view. But I start to get a feeling that maybe this whole, the one.
Something wrong in your group. I feel something wrong. Something I had in your group. I don't know. I feel this way. Only one person idea, I feel that. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I think I didn't make this idea, but I still for the team because my English is just okay.
I feel strange.
I know it's a bit strange.
I don't know. The first time.
This morning, we came very early and we developed this idea together. And it was not me who thought about this idea. It was like 2 or 3 of them came out with this idea, and we developed it together. And they took me into this idea. But I'm just speaking for the team. Yes.
I think we're trying to say it's not like English good or bad. You have really good body language. We really like it. Good. You have a good word. like the